Logan will come back on.
Shit, that motherfucker.
This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
Somebody don't have the TV muted. But anyway.
Oh, me. It's me.
Welcome to the Afternoon Show presented by ESPN. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez and Jay McLevin.
I've never done the show before.
Hey, Jay, just real quick. Hey, if you'd like to have Logan back to do production, I'm sure I can arrange for because it seemed like he quit coming on when me and Dad started coming on. So we can quit coming on and you can have Logan back. I'm sure we can arrange that.
Logan could
how's it going this Monday, guys?
Logan could keep control of the show with us three.
Just saying. Shit, I remember back in the day when shit used to run so smooth like butter. That was just like a ragtag. But you know what? It doesn't matter because it was a hell of a good weekend. And this is a good group of guys to talk about it. It's a good day. It's a good day. I got to tell you, the weather is so beautiful right now. It is excellent day.
Okay, guys, you ready to jump into it? Let's jump into some Major League Baseball. Let's start with what happened yesterday, and then we'll talk about what happened and what's going to happen Monday and what happened on those games on Saturday. Let's see, the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays decided we're going to be like the Dodgers were the Reds. We're just going to slap up on somebody because the Blue Jays is beating the holy heck out of the New York Yankees right now. Beat them 10-1 yesterday. Yeah, it was 10-1 yesterday, right?
Yeah.
No. Sunday.
I think it was 10-5. I think it was
13-7. 13-7. 13-7, and then the other day it was 10-1.
Yeah.
So they put it on them pretty good. In the other game, the Tigers won the first game 3-2, but then Seattle got them last night in a great ball game. I watched most of that. Seattle won that game 3-2. So we got the Yankees down 2-0. I think they play tomorrow night. They go back to New York for 2 games and must-win games. And then we got Detroit and Seattle 1-1. We're going to Detroit. Detroit took care of business against Seattle, so they'll have a chance to close out in Detroit if they can get the job done. You guys' thoughts on those games, and then we'll talk about the Dodgers and Philadelphia and the Cubs and Milwaukee, what's going on with those series. Jay, your thoughts on the Yankees and Toronto?
Yeah, absolutely, man. The Yankees, well, they're a good team, but they've gone cold, and Toronto is heating up to the point where it's 23 runs in 2 games, something like that for Toronto, and somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 runs, I believe it is, for the Yankees over these 2 games. And I said it once, I'll say it again. They better figure it out because they ain't getting it done. I told Frankie the other day, we got beat, but I said, no, you didn't get beat. You got beat down. There's a difference between losing the game and getting beat down. And you got beat down. Their pitching was better. Their fielding was better. Everything about Toronto was just better, And now they got to go. And now they got to go to Toronto. Good luck on that one, because you lose one game and you're done. And I think that's tomorrow night. We get that game.
No, Jay,
they're going back to New York. They're going to New York.
Or New York. I apologize. Yeah, they're going to New York, but it's still tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow. 2-game series, 2 games in New York. They can win those 2. They can force a final game 5 back at Toronto.
And they had Luis Gil pitched the first game, and then last night we got it was Freed, wasn't it? I believe that it was on the match last night. So that means we get That means they'll probably get Rodon. I'm assuming is probably going to get the game 3 call.
Probably.
I don't know who they'll put for Toronto on the mound, but
yeah, I don't know. But Toronto started that rookie yesterday, and he threw for 5 innings to a no hitter.
yeah.
That rookie, and then they took him out. That rookie looked outstanding, but he's been almost unhittable. He hasn't been up that long, but he's been almost unhittable since he's been up with Toronto.
Yes, the bitch. Yes, a watch. I guess that's how you say his name. It's got kind of an interesting name, right?
Yeah.
Ye savage, however you want to say it, because that's what they did. They were savages against those Yankees. Savages. What a time to be alive. Jeez, 13-7. Frankie, your boys, they look like absolute dog water. Matter of fact, I'm going to start calling the New York Dog Waters. That's what your team looks like in the postseason. Dog water.
Okay, Chris, your thoughts?
Blue Jays were hot at home. They pounded the ball. But I mean, in the postseason, don't matter if you lose by 1 run or if you lose by 10 runs, it still counts as one game. Yankees have to go back to New York and regroup. Tomorrow night they got to win tomorrow night, and then you try to do your job and protect home field like Toronto did. I'm not real worried about the Yankees yet. If they lose tomorrow, then I'll be worried. But
tomorrow's over.
Yeah, because it's only a 5 game. Yeah, it's only 5 games.
They better be worried because there is no tomorrow.
I'm saying I'm not worried yet because, like I said, Toronto done their job and protect their home field. Now the Yankees have to do their job, and they're going to have to get one in Toronto. But now you got to win 2 in a row at home.
Yeah, I don't think the Yankees are out of it yet. I mean, they're in a tough spot, no doubt, especially where Toronto looks right now. But that one win, that can change. You know, you can get that win tomorrow, and things can change real quick. So it's going to be interesting. Frankie, your thoughts?
I really don't have much thoughts on this. I'm a little. I wouldn't say worried. I wouldn't say scared. A little
terrified,
upset,
maybe.
A little upset. How about you? Don't interrupt me. All right.
Are you terrified? I feel like you're terrified over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't conversate with me unless your team made the postseason. Thank you. Keep your mouth shut. But yeah, I mean this is the way Toronto plays, right? Especially like Chris said, at home. And before the game started in Game 1, they showed the record of Toronto compared to being at home and compared to being on the road. They obviously have a winning record at home compared to being on the road, and they have a losing record on the road. So I feel like these next 2 games, like Chris said, is a must-win for the Yankees. And I feel a little bit confident because we're home. And seeing that the away record for Toronto isn't that good, I believe in Carlos Rodon for Game 3, and I believe in Cam Schlittler for Game 4. So it ain't over until it's over. And we've been in this situation before. Let's not forget, the Yankees were down 2-0 in a 5-game series against the Cleveland, at the time, Indians in 2017. So I believe that we can still have some fight, especially after Game 2, right? We were down, I think it was like 11-0, 12-0. We were down, and we ended up coming back, put it into a little interesting game, and we did lose, but we ended up losing 13-7. So, I mean, scoring some runs and getting people on bases, it was late doing it, but if we can do that in the beginning of the game, come tomorrow and come win.
And just like the Yankees, they down.
I believe we'll have an interesting series. No, I'm walking in the street, you dumbass. All right,
I'm
walking in the streets with my son. If I was home on my laptop, all right, my shit would be cutting in and out like your bomb ass Houston connection.
I can't hear you. You must.
That's right. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. You want to know why? You know why you can't hear me? Because you're in Cancun while I'm in the playoffs.
Hey, one thing real quick. The pitcher for Toronto, that rookie was real impressive yesterday. He only got brought up, I think, like September 18th. So he's barely been, he ain't been up a whole month yet.
Yeah.
He got brought up, I know, in September. And then Frankie, if the Yankees can win these 2 games in New York, do you think they'll pitch Freed in Game 5?
Yeah, I do think that they'll pitch Max Fried, even though he had a horrible game yesterday. I still believe in Max Fried. The Yankees still believe in Max Fried. I feel like this isn't the first time Toronto got to Max, but I definitely think that it won't be the last time Toronto see Max in this postseason. So I do believe we see Max Fried on Game 5. We're gonna see come out behind him.
Okay, guys, let's move on to the next game. We had Detroit and Seattle. That series tied 1-1. Yesterday's game, Seattle won 3-2. Chris, your thoughts on the Seattle-Detroit series?
Been a good series. Seattle tried to blow that game there at the end last night. Gave up that double to tie the game there. I think in the either top of the 8th or maybe bottom of the 7th, and then bottom of the 7th and came right back top of the 8th and scored. Julio Rodriguez hit that double to score Cal Raleigh to get it back to 3-2. But no, it was both of them were good baseball games. I still don't know if Detroit's going to be able to manufacture enough offense. That's what worries me. Their offense has just been dead second half of the season. But I just don't know if they're going to be able to manufacture enough runs to beat the Mariners in a series.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Both of them's pitching's been really strong so far. I watched Saturday's game on the way home from Chicago. Watched most of that, and then watched most of yesterday's game. Been real good ball games. Seattle's just getting enough to get it done yesterday. So I think it's going to be a close series. But back to Detroit, and Detroit's got a chance to close it out with 2 games at home. So, Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, last night's game was there for the taking for both ball clubs. They both fought back. It was tied at 2, and of course, then I think it was Julio Rodriguez got that home run towards the end. That really was that really should have been Detroit's game. Schoolboy just gave up a little bit more than what he should have, and it is what it is. I think he has not played against Seattle. Last time he played him, I think he also took the loss. So, I mean, but Seattle had to take that game. They had to, or they would not have been able to come back. If Screwball would have beat them, they would have gone down 2 games. I think that would have been it for them. But they're still in it. I got to be honest with you. I don't think the Yankees bounce, but I think Seattle, man, they're scrappy this year. I think the addition of Suarez, the addition of Naylor, and this team is playing great. The only thing that I think that hurts Seattle is the fact that they don't have Wu for this series. So I don't know who they're going to put up against Mize. I think Mize gets the next start. So I don't know if Wu is going to be available for. No, actually, Wu won't be available. So I'm not sure who they're going to. I'm assuming maybe Gilbert will be on there. Maybe get the ball for tomorrow night's game. And Gilbert is a very tough pitcher. So yeah, I think that Detroit series.
I'll be Gilbert versus Flaherty.
Is it Gilbert versus Flaherty? Okay. Yeah, and Flaherty's a good pitcher too. I think Flaherty's pitching in the low 3 or just under 3, I believe, in the postseason.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good postseason pitcher. He didn't have a great season, regular season this year, but he's a damn good postseason pitcher.
I think he's just under 3. I think right now for the postseason ERA. I don't know what Gilbert's at, but he should be right at about 3 or less. Gilbert's also pretty good.
Well, guys, let's move on to the games we have today. We've got the Dodgers against Philadelphia. The Dodgers is going to start Blake Snell, and Philadelphia is going to start Luzardo. Chris, your thoughts on this game? Dodgers lead the series 1-0.
Yeah, I think Phillies are going to bounce back at home and tie this series up. Phillies got off to an early lead in that game. Was it Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, Saturday. They got off that early lead, and then the Dodgers was able to come back. Phillies jumped on Otani quick in that game, but then Dodgers offense was able to pull it through. But I think the Phillies bounced back at home tonight and get it back to 1-1. But I mean, that was a big win for the Dodgers getting game one because basically took home field advantage back from the Phillies in this series, and that could be big. But to me, the key to the Phillies is try to get that Dodgers bullpen as early as you can, because that's the Dodgers' weakness is if you get that bullpen by like the sixth inning, so they got to use a couple guys that they don't want to use.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Chris. I thought, you got to. I say even maybe the fifth inning, because they've changed it up a little bit and using different guys.
That's why I said sixth inning at the latest, because they changed it up and moved a couple starters to the bullpen. So you want to try to get that bullpen fifth, sixth inning. That way, you're hoping to have to get to one of them other guys in that seventh, eighth inning.
Yeah, I agree. Jay, your thoughts on the Dodgers and Philadelphia series so far?
Yeah, obviously Otani, he didn't do a bad job pitching, 9 strikeouts, right? He did give up 3 runs. But again, he's come off injury, so I still think he's still working through a lot of things to get back in that pitching form. But he did just enough to keep them in it. But hitting-wise, he was 0 for 4. Mookie Betts was 0 for 3. I mean, a lot of their big guys weren't hitting, but that Teoscar Hernandez. That Teoscar Hernandez. This is not the first time that this dude has played spoiler to other ball clubs. I mean, this is probably about the 3rd or 4th game I've seen him be the difference maker and keep them in it, if not win the game. So I will tell you, going against in the next game they got again, Phillies are going to have to do a better job with Teoscar Hernandez, because that guy has really been playing spoiler. And I think from there, right now it's 1-0 in that series, correct?
Yes, Dodgers up 1-0.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Next game up, we got the Cubs at Milwaukee. Milwaukee leads the series 1-0. Milwaukee put it on them pretty quick and pretty hard in that first game on Saturday. Milwaukee has Ashby going tonight, and the Cubs got Amunga. I believe that's got spelled right. So Milwaukee up 1-0. Jay, what are you thinking about this Cubs Milwaukee series?
Yeah, 9-3, man. This dub was just brutal, just freaking brutal, man. Man, what do I think? They're gonna have to do a better job pitching. They gave up 13 hits. And I think that was Boyd last night. Boyd usually does a really good job against hitters. I mean, he doesn't normally give up that many runs. He gave up 2 earned runs on 4 hits. But he didn't last time. Did he get hurt? I didn't get to watch this game, but did he get hurt? Because he didn't make it out of the first inning. So I'm wondering, did he get hurt in that game, or is he just did they just pull him?
Jay, I didn't get to see the game.
They pulled him. They pulled him because the Brewers scored 6 runs in the first inning.
Yeah,
that must have been. Yeah, that's probably why they pulled. Yeah, because I mean, I'm like, God, they just lit him. They just talk about getting jumped on and lit up in a hurry. Jeez, God, yeah, man. I think the Brewers are just picking up where they left off when they had that big long win streak. What was it, like 13, 14, something like games like that? And then they kind of went cold. I mean, this is a team that when they heat up, they heat up. Yep. And if you're the Cubs and you're playing a game, they got another game in Milwaukee. I can't imagine the Cubs. I think it's going to be too much for the Cubs.
Yeah, if they hit like that, I didn't get to see the game because I was out and about in Chicago with my grandson and my wife on Saturday, or when that game was going on. Because I remember checking my phone and seeing it was 6-0 already in the first inning. I was like, "What the hell?" But the thing that I seen in the highlights, it was just base hit after base hit after base hit. It wasn't home runs, it wasn't doubles, it wasn't triples. It was just base hit after base hit after base hit.
Small ball at its finest.
Yeah. So, Milwaukee's going to be tough to handle, but I mean, it's a big game for the Cubs. They got to win. Well, like I said, I mean, if they win, it changes everything because this game's in Milwaukee now. Then the Cubs would get 2 games at home and have a chance to close it out. So it's a big game for the Cubs, and it's a big game for Philadelphia because they don't want to go down 2-0 to the Dodgers and back to the Dodgers. Dodgers best team in baseball at home. So
Let's say one thing about this game real quick. I noticed that Tucker, this is the second time I've seen Tucker go 0 for 4 in the playoffs. And this is very atypical of Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker usually is a lot more dependable than this. Right now he's batting 214 in the playoffs, and that's not Kyle Tucker like. He's more around the 260, 270, if not even 280 mark in the playoffs that I've seen. This is the first time I've seen him struggle like this. This is weird to me.
It don't surprise me. He didn't play like the last month and a half of the season until he didn't play till like the last 2 games of the season for like a month and a half.
Yeah,
so, the dude hasn't been playing because he was hurt, and they put him in like the last game or 2 of the regular season, and that was it. So he hasn't played much baseball at all in the last couple months. But
it just seems like he's had since he's left the Astros to go to the Cubs. It just seems like he's had a rough go this first year with the Cubs. It's been a little rough on him.
Well, I didn't think he was doing too bad till he got injured. Guys, got anything else on baseball before we move on to some college football?
Well, I'm not. I think the Cubs will be all right. Their main thing is you need to try to get this one tonight because it's only a 5-game series. But the Brewers are one of the best teams in baseball at home as well. I know Dodgers had the best record, but the Brewers are like 52-28 or something at home. At home this season. And then, the same thing for the Cubs. The Cubs are like 50-30 at home. So both these teams are real good. Both these teams are real good at home. But the Cubs will have to figure out a way to still win in Milwaukee. And then, I mean, these teams see each other a lot. They know a lot about each other because they're in the same division. They play a lot of games. So I look for tonight's game to be a lot better game. The Brewers just had that big first inning, and if you look, I think they had like 8. I think they had like 8 or 9 of their 13 hits in that first in the first inning of the damn game. After that, the Cubs was able to settle it down a little bit, but it was just the first 2 innings of the game. So I think they scored 6 in the first, maybe 3 more in the second. So after 2 innings, it was 9-1.
Yeah, I just think it's imperative that they split, right? If they don't split, they're done, right? I don't know if the Cubs have enough in them to come back from it being down 0-2, like you said, Chris, just because of how good the Brewers are playing. Yeah, it's imperative. I think this is definitely a must. Almost, I say must win. Damn near even off almost like do or die at this point for them. I would imagine. Same thing, and I got to tell you, same thing for Toronto. I mean, for the Yankees being down 0-2 to Toronto.
Definitely.
Well, the Cubs aren't down 0-2. So
No, I'm saying, but they have to win tonight because if they lose, then going down 0-2 is going to be insurmountable. It seems like going up against this type of Brewers team.
Okay, guys, let's move on to some college football. Got some scores, and then we got some games to talk about. Number 1, Ohio State, 42-3 over Minnesota. Number 13, Miami, 28-22 over number 18, Florida State. Number 5, Oklahoma, 44, Kent State 0. Texas A&M, 6th-ranked Texas A&M, 31, Mississippi State 9, 11th-ranked Texas Tech, 35, Houston 11. Unranked Florida, 29. Number 9, Texas, 21. Number 10, Alabama, 30. Number 16, Vanderbilt, 14. Number 12, Georgia, 35. Kentucky, 14. Big upset, Cincinnati, 38 over number 14, Iowa State, 30. And the biggest upset of them all, team hadn't won a game, UCLA, 42. And number 7, Penn State, 37. Guys, the first game I got to talk about here is Florida defeating Texas 29-21. The thing that stood out to me, guys, was Florida had 450 yards of total offense, 159 yards rushing. Now, Texas, thing that stood out for me, only 340 yards of total offense and only 52 yards rushing. That was really tough. Both teams gave up 2 turnovers, but Texas had the ball almost 9 minutes more than Florida. But it was an interesting game. But the thing that stood out to me was with Texas having the ball more, you would have thought maybe. I was really shocked that Florida had to. I'm shocked at 450 yards from Florida on Texas defense. Florida really put it on Texas defense. Jay, we'll go with Texas being your college team. We'll go to you first.
Yeah, a biggest thing for me with Texas was the run game of Florida and the lack of defense to be able to stop the run game of Florida. Florida just went up and down that field with no problems running that ball. No, and then when they did pass the ball, Texas had a lot of problems trying to defend it because when they did pass it, they had no problems bringing in the deep ball, Florida. So if you ask me, that was a lot of the biggest part of that. A biggest part of that for me was just a lack of defense that Texas put on Florida. And they just couldn't stop them, whether it be the run, the pass, it didn't matter. They couldn't stop them, And Arch is he just does not have enough to compete with a team that's continuously scoring drive after drive. And if you watch that, it was relentless and it was ridiculous that Texas defense. I mean, I feel like a lot of this now is starting to fall on Sarkisian not having these teams ready to go and play these games. They should not have struggled that bad against Florida. I understand that on the offensive side they could struggle because Arch is still trying to figure out the gameplay. But on that defensive side is really more where I'm like, bro, you can't stop the run to save your life. You're gonna have 5, 6, 7 yards at a time, but no problem. Where's your game planning? I'll give you the Arch part, first year, whatever. Okay, that is what it is. But your defense should be playing way better than what they're playing. The fact that you can't stop the run and they had us ranked so high, that's just lack of game preparation. It's ridiculous.
Chris, your thoughts?
Yeah, I didn't see much of the game. I was out. I think I was out working during that game, but I didn't see much of the game. But Texas was ranked number 1 at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they ranked now?
They're unranked.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But my biggest thing with Texas is I think they were we all very, very badly miscalculated how talented of a team they have. I don't think they have the amount of talent on that team that we thought they did on either side of the balls. The defense isn't performing, and the offense wasn't terrible, but they're not performing the level that people thought. But I think they were. I think they got misevaluated. A lot of the so-called experts.
Oh, I agree, 100%. And I really think a lot of that's the Archie Manning effect, Chris. I think a lot of that's the Arch Manning effect.
Well, Jay, you say that, but I look at Manning's stats. He had 263 yards passing, 2 TDs. Did have 2 INTs, but I think he tried to force them late. At least one of them I know was late. But the team only had 52 yards rushing, and Manning had 37 himself. So where was the rushing attack? Where's the offensive? I mean, it's easy to put it on Manning because his name is Manning, but it sounds like it's just more than just Manning to me. It sounds like you said before. It's a whole damn team thing, and maybe they were overranked, like you guys said.
You know what's crazy about college football so far? The teams that was ranked number 1 and number 2 at the beginning of the season, neither one of them are in the top 25 anymore.
Yeah, that just shows you how
1 and 3, maybe 1 and 3, because Penn State's not in the top 25 anymore at all either.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the Florida quarterback played pretty well. Had 298 yards passing and 2 TDs. He had 1 interception. So Langway, he played pretty well. Guys, let's move on to speaking of Penn State. Let's move on to that game. UCLA hadn't won a game. 42-37 over 7th ranked Penn State. Chris, I think they started the season ranked 2nd in the country, I believe.
And they're 2nd or 3rd. 1 to 2.
Yeah, and so the UCLA had 435 yards of total offense. Had UCLA had 269 yards rushing, and had the ball almost double the time Penn State did. They had the ball for 39-17, where Penn State only had it for 20-43. Penn State only had 357 yards total offense, had 157 yards rushing, and they did commit one turnover. I don't think UCLA had any turnovers, so I was definitely helped them. Yeah, crazy. I mean, this is a game I did not see coming. I've seen UCLA play this year. Did not look like a good team at all. 0-4. I just can't believe that. And this is what Penn State was noted for, their defense. I mean, they was noted for their defense, not their offense. And to get manhandled like this, 269 yards rushing, it caught me by a huge surprise. Jay, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah. Again, this is so now Penn State is unranked. So I think a lot of us. Tell me if I'm wrong, Tony. I think even you were big on Penn State because your biggest thing was, hey, they got all their people coming back. There's nobody left. I mean, I think a lot of us had our teams, you know, except for maybe Indiana. You guys were always believing in Indiana, even though I think Indiana still sucks. But apparently, they don't suck that bad because they're ranked, I think, number 7. I think now, if I'm not mistaken, right?
In a big game this week against Oregon.
So yeah, I think a lot of us were wrong about what we had in our teams, and clearly UCLA and what's that dude's name? It's a coach from the one that used to be at Oklahoma. Now he's there, right? What's that? What was that guy's name? Their head coach.
I'm not sure who the coach is.
Oh no, it's the one that used to be at Oklahoma, and he has Spencer Rattler, and now he's over with UCLA. I'll think of it in a minute. Hey, Frankie is here. Frankie, who's the coach for UCLA?
I don't fucking know.
No, it was the same.
UCLA just fired their coach and hired a new coach like a week ago, and they won this game. The guy you're talking about is Lincoln Riley, and he coaches USC.
There you go.
He coaches USC, not UCLA.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. But I guess for some reason I had that on my brain. Okay.
But no,
well, either way,
part of what I was going to say was that not only did UCLA win that game, they won that game with a coach that just got the job for like a week because they fired their other coach because they'd been so bad the first 4 weeks of this.
Oh no, that's what it was, Chris. Didn't they have the offense? Wasn't the offensive coordinator from the Chiefs? Wasn't he over there for a little bit with UCLA?
Eric Bieniemy or whatever.
Yeah, Bieniemy. Is it Bieniemy over there at UCLA?
No, he's not over there anymore.
But he was though for a little bit though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was there like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking. I think it was Eric Bieniemy is the one that I was thinking of.
See, me, like when you say UCLA, when you ask me who's UCLA's coach, like I'm still thinking that Chip Kelly's still their head coach. But then I forgot and I realized that I just seen Chip Kelly in the booth for the Raiders.
Well, regardless, hey, this dude, coach, what a hell of a way to start off your career at UCLA to come off with a win against Penn State. I mean, that's a hell of a good day for him.
Yeah,
not only that, he knocked them out of the 25. Penn State is no longer in the top 25. Neither is Texas.
Chris, your thoughts on this game?
It really surprised me because I thought after Penn State lost that close game to Oregon, coming right down to the end, I expected them to come out with a better response than that. They did not respond well after losing that game to Oregon. I figured they'd come back against UCLA and I figured they put it on UCLA a little bit. I never thought they would get it put on them like they did because they were trailing most of that game. The game got a little closer at the end, but there was most of that game. UCLA was up by 10 points or more. But yeah, I was surprised in the lack of focus and effort from that Penn State team. And James Franklin, he better get it figured out because he don't get it figured out and this team don't make the playoffs. He could be out of Penn State. I know he's won a lot of games there, but his record against Big Ten teams that have been ranked in the top 10 is like 1-18. His record against top 10 teams in general, I think, is like 2 of 18, and 2 of them came last year against SMU and Boise State or something like that in the playoffs. So like he's never beat Ohio State. Like they always fall short in these big games. So when you fall short in big games like that, like you did against Oregon last week, you can't turn around and lose to a team like UCLA. So, yeah, he better figure it out. And they don't. It ain't like that. I mean, they still got to play Indiana, and it ain't like that's going to be a cakewalk for them. So I mean, there's still chances on there that, and they got the rest of the Big Ten schedule. I mean, they just lost to UCLA in the Big Ten. So I mean, there ain't no guarantee that they're going to win out, and even winning out, probably at this point, probably isn't going to get them back into the top 12.
May not. Yeah, Chris, I agree. I think if they don't make the playoffs, especially if they end up losing 3 or 4 games, I think he's done. I think Franklin will be out of there. Frankie,
Yeah.
you got any thoughts on this one, Frankie?
Oh no, I don't got nothing on that. I don't know. No.
Okay. Next up, guys, we got Cincinnati defeating number 14 ranked Iowa State 38-30. This caught me by surprise. I've seen Cincinnati play. They're a decent team, but Iowa State had looked really good. Cincinnati had 474 yards of total offense, 260 yards rushing, only 1 turnover. Iowa State had 465 total yards and 151 yards rushing and had no turnovers. And they also had the ball for about almost 10 minutes more, about 9 minutes more than Cincinnati. But Cincinnati hung on and got the win. Chris, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see much of this game, but it surprised me because I watched Cincinnati play. I think maybe second game of the season. they can run the ball good, but they're I wasn't impressed with their quarterback throwing the ball. Iowa State had played pretty good, beat a tough Iowa team earlier this year as well. So, excuse me, it surprised me. It surprised me. I didn't end up placing no bets on Saturday, but I was thinking about it, and that was going to be one of the games I would have took was Iowa State on the spread. So I'm kind of glad I didn't put any in.
Yeah, I've been real impressed with what I've seen with Iowa State, and I didn't think Cincinnati had a chance. So I was pretty shocked. Jay, your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I really thought Iowa State was going to take this one, but man, it was really super close. Cincinnati gave them a lot of opportunities. They do a good job controlling the penalties with 13 penalties. But it was Cincinnati's run game. I think ultimately that they really put them in a good spot. I think they had almost 100 yards more rushing than what Iowa State did, even though they, like you said, they didn't really put a lot on the ground in the air, right? 214 yards, but they didn't throw any interceptions either, which is a good thing. So I think that was just Cincinnati having a little bit more better ball control with the run game. I think the run game was what put it out. But man, those penalties, 13 penalties. I don't know how you win a damn ball game with 13 penalties. But you do, and they did.
Okay, guys, the last college game I had was number 3 Miami defeating number 18 Florida State 28-22. Miami had 338 total yards, 97 rushing. Florida State had more yards, 404 total yards, and 137 rushing. But the big key in this game, Florida State had 3 turnovers. And I think that's what ended up really kind of costing them the game. So, Chris, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this game surprised me as well because I didn't think Miami would have as much trouble with Florida State as they did. And it was basically like you said, you had those turnovers. Miami was up bigger most of this game, and then Florida State got it closer there toward the end. But if it wasn't for the turnovers, it probably would have been even closer. But I thought Miami would kind of dominate this game a little more than what they did. But yeah, Florida State played pretty good if they could have just took care of the ball.
Jay?
Yeah, ball security is a hell of a thing. You know, when you got 3 turnovers. But, you know, interesting enough, though, is the fact that FSU had 3 turnovers, but Miami had like 13 damn penalties. It wasn't like Miami who was playing the most disciplined football either. You know, so you had 2 teams going at it. Neither one was being very disciplined. I think that's why it was only really a 1-possession win because both of them had their weaknesses in it. It's just FSU was able to capitalize a little bit more than what Miami was. And Carson Beck, you know, Miami was capitalized a little bit more on those, like you said, the turnovers, Chris. Those turnovers killed them.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Guys, got anything else on college football? If not, we'll move on to some NFL stuff.
I think just the biggest thing that I took away from so far from where we are at in the college football realm is just like Chris said, the way that they predicted a lot of these rankings, and now you look at the rankings now, and they look completely different. And it's kind of like I think a lot of people missed the board a lot of ways. It's crazy to me.
Alabama got a big win against Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
That was a good game. Vanderbilt's a good team, but that was a good game. Other than that, I mean, IU moved up. We moved up a spot in the rankings on a bye week, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Believe in Ty Simpson, baby. Believe in Ty Simpson.
No,
I'll tell you right now, though. Hey, I feel like the SEC is, especially ever since NIL came into effect and transfer portal, it just seems like the SEC has kind of become a little bit more deflated in terms of the quality teams out there, and the Big Ten is stepping up a little bit with Penn State. Even though I know Penn State's out of the rankings, though, but they still are playing pretty good. Ohio, Oregon. I mean, it just seems like SEC's kind of taking a back seat a little bit.
I think the SEC, I think you're going to see a lot more teams beating up on each other. Before, Alabama, I think, with Saban there and the recruiting that he did, they had a big advantage. They don't have that anymore. And so a lot of the teams are just even, and they're going to, you just never know. They're going to beat up on each other. But Alabama's playing good football right now. Guys, let's move on to some NFL. The first thing I got is let's talk about Mark Sanchez. Chris, he's CBS or Fox?
It's
CBS.
Fox. Is it CBS?
CBS, okay, yeah. CBS announcer was in town going to do the Colts game, and I guess Saturday night they had a little bit too much fun, had a little bit too much to drink, and started bothering the guy about moving his truck. And the guy was 69 years old, and there was an altercation. The guy Sanchez kept trying to get into that guy's truck and kept getting pretty physical. And so the guy sprayed him with pepper spray. Sanchez then knocked him to the ground. That guy pulled out a knife and altercation happened. I guess it's all on videotape, a lot of witnesses and stuff. Sanchez ended up in the hospital, was in critical condition at one point. He is not now. He is out of the hospital. And he did take a stab wound to the chest. The other guy had quite a few injuries also, had a big place on his face, a big cut on his face, and had quite a few injuries also. I'm not sure if he's still in the hospital or not. They have not given his name. But Sanchez was arrested originally on 3 misdemeanor charges. That is now one has been upgraded to a felony charge. So he's in deep shit. I guess maybe he found out you don't come to Indianapolis and fuck around and find out. Especially with a 69-year-old man, ain't gonna take a shit. I don't know, the whole story, of course, but then you're innocent till proven guilty. But it sounds like there's a lot of evidence out there against him, so it don't sound too good for Sanchez. Chris, your thoughts on that? You're, from this Indiana area. Your thoughts?
Yes, it sounds like he went out Friday night and enjoyed Indianapolis a little too much, and then started being a dick, and he ran into the wrong 69-year-old to be a dick to.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to, hey, I mean, you hate to see anybody get stabbed or anything, but you try breaking into somebody's vehicle, you're trying to get into somebody's vehicle when they're in their vehicle and you're threatening them. Hey, that person has the right to defend themselves. So like, I don't think that guy done anything wrong. I think he was, especially from the more you hear about, it sounds like he was defending himself. It sounds like Sanchez got too intoxicated, got out of control, and made some bad decisions, and now he's facing some consequences. He probably won't be calling games for anymore for CBS. I would say.
Yeah, I would say he lost his job. And Sanchez is a pretty good sized guy too, and he's like probably 6'3", 6'4".
Oh yeah,
At least, and probably 230 pounds. So this guy's probably just an average citizen, and plus being almost 70 years old. Not saying the guy's still not, in shape. And
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This goal salad caught it bad. But when the story first came out, I was like, fuck. It had to happen in Indianapolis, something stupid like that. But then when you got the whole story, and then like, oh, okay, now it makes Indianapolis look kind of even better because this guy it wasn't somebody in Indianapolis' fault. It was his fault, and the guy from Indianapolis was defending himself. So it didn't make, you know what I mean? It don't make the city look bad like that. Somebody came to the city and got stabbed for no reason. At least it wasn't just you know what I'm saying. Something happened for it to happen.
Yeah, Indianapolis can be a pretty violent city. It can be areas that can be dangerous, no doubt. No brilliant. Okay, Jay, your thoughts?
What are you thinking? Yeah, this is interesting to me. Number one, the guy was in a box truck in the loading dock of the facility. Why the hell is Mark Sanchez trying to rip out a damn 69-year-old man from doing his job? It was not like he was parked in some place preventing whatever. He's in the loading dock. Where's he supposed to go, Mark, you dumb bastard from CBS? Only in Indianapolis can you see some stuff like this, man.
Hey, we defend ourselves.
It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like how drunk? Look, I will tell you. Everybody know Jay been drunk a little bit. Jay been a little blackout drunk sometimes.
Oh shit!
Dummies and drunk, and Jay done. And I never, ever jumped to another man's vehicle and tried to run off with it. You're lucky all that man did was stab him. You're lucky that man was probably old school because he's 70. We don't shoot guns. We real men, and real men carry knives and stab your ass. So Mark says, just be glad you ran to a 70-year-old. If it been one of the new kids, you probably would have had a Mag 10 and about 15 bullet holes. I'm just saying, you got an old-fashioned ass whooping. Sometimes a man needs an old-fashioned ass whooping.
It sounds like, too, that from what I hear, the guy just didn't immediately, just stab him. I mean, he tried to get Sanchez to stop. He tried talking to him, trying to get him to quit, stay away from me, leave me alone, and Sanchez wouldn't do it. And to the point where he got scared, and then he sprayed him, pepper sprayed him, and then Sanchez kept coming. So, I mean, got a feeling that guy may become a little bit family. Him and his family might become a little bit more wealthy. I just got a feeling. Sanchez ain't want to go.
Let's be honest, that man ain't getting no job anywhere, anytime, ever. I think his broadcasting career is done. He ain't nobody gonna hire his ass.
No, I wouldn't think so. Frankie, you got any thoughts on this one?
I'll hire him. He can come work for us.
I can get a lot of you.
Yeah. When I heard Mark Sanchez get into a fight in Indiana with a 69-year-old, the first thought of mine was to message Chris to see, hey, is your dad okay? Did he?
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm over here thinking like, did Tony get the win on Mark Sanchez finally? But I did hear news that the guy in the hospital is doing okay. Families reached out saying he's doing fine. He's healing up in the hospital and stuff. But hey, Mark Sanchez, man, he got butt hurt because someone came out calling him the butt fumble guy. He got all upset. Listen, we've seen many analysts, right, go out to bars or even go out to Starbucks, Ian Rappaport, and had to deal with situations like this with people, other media people or regular fans and stuff like that. When you know that you're Mark Sanchez, you're in a broadcast booth, you're an analyst, you work for CBS, you work for Fox, hell, you even do college football at times. You have, I don't care if you're drinking, I don't care if you're intoxicated, there's something in your mind, you're a grown man. You should know when to stop yourself from doing something that dumb. Like Chris said, you're going into somebody's car what the hell is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, bro? Because a 69-year-old's talking shit to you Tony talks shit to us all the time. You don't see us going over there trying to attempt to like steal his car or stab him or anything like that. But listen, Mark, this is what's called payback, right? You ruined your career right now. You're basically about to ruin your life. It's a sad thing for Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, he's facing for the felony. I think they said could face like 1 to 4 or 5 years in jail, which I don't think he'll get. I think, like I said, I think he'll end up getting he'll pay his way out of it probably, and that family will have a lot more money. That's just my opinion.
He'll plead it down to all misdemeanors. He'll get probation, a suspended sentence, and that dude will get a few $1 million.
Probably right.
Man, too bad he couldn't go to 1 year in prison that Diddy was in, because Diddy probably could have given him some butt oil.
Him with Diddy and a bunch of baby oil. I'll be all right. All right. Let's move on with some NFL. Let's go to some scores, and then we'll talk some games from yesterday. And first up, just to mention it, Thursday night, San Francisco. I think a pretty big upset, in my opinion. I know it's a rivalry game, but San Francisco 26, the Rams 23. But with all the injuries San Francisco has, that was a little bit of a surprise. Minnesota outlasted Cleveland 21-7, or 21-17. Excuse me. Dallas all over the Jets 37-22. New Orleans defeating the Giants 26-14. Indy 40, the Raiders 6. Carolina 27, Miami 24. Denver 21, Philadelphia 17, Houston 44, Baltimore 10, Tennessee, what a win against Arizona 22-21. That was crazy. Tampa Bay 38, Seattle 35. Real good game to watch. Detroit defeated Cincinnati 37-24, and it wasn't that close. Washington all over the Chargers 27-10. And then a big, I think, an upset, definitely New England 23 and Buffalo at 20, especially since the game was at Buffalo. So, guys, we'll talk about some games here. We'll start off with the Colts. Let's start off with the Colts winning 40-6 over the Raiders. Look at the numbers, don't look super impressive, but then again, the Colts didn't play most of their starters in the fourth quarter. They pulled their guys. Had 317 total yards, 96 rushing. Jones was 20 of 29 with 2 TDs. The Raiders had 296 yards total, 106 rushing, but they also had 2 interceptions. So, Chris, let's go to you first on your thoughts on this big win for the Colts.
I thought the Colts played real well. Yeah, we done what we supposed to do beat a bad team convincingly. We didn't let them hang around in the game. Like you said, we pulled our starters. Anthony Richardson played the last 8 minutes of the game. That cost me from winning the bet, but I mean that happens. I needed Daniel Jones to get 20 more fucking passing yards, and they pulled him out of the game. Yep. But that happens when you. We had one touchdown on defense with that pick six. So I mean, defense is looking good. No, I thought Colts played a real good game yesterday, and took care of business. And I mean, hey, we're 4-1. Very easily could be undefeated still. So I mean, we're tied right there with the best record in NFL so far, and we've been one of the most consistent teams in the NFL so far. We haven't had one of those bad games like we've seen a lot of these teams that we all thought was the best teams in the league. Like maybe the Chargers got off the hot start and look what they've looked like. The Eagles. I mean, our offense has been consistent all year. Daniel Jones still been playing at a high level, and hope we can keep it going next week against Arizona.
Oh, definitely. Hope they don't play bad there.
Only bad thing that came out of yesterday for the Colts is we probably lost our field goal kicker for the season.
Yeah. They've already announced it. He's done.
I am pissed off about that, guys. I literally just dropped the Bills kicker for your guys' kicker because he was the best kicker in the league. And when I freaking pick him up, he only scores me 2 points, and he ends up with I can't play no more the rest of this year because of my knee. God damn it, Jay. Can you just give this guy your knee, Jay?
What sucks is we lose him. We lose. He's a rookie. Dude's a killer, and then we lose him on a fucking extra point, on a roughing the kicker on an extra point.
Yeah.
So the rest of that game yesterday, so we don't have another kicker. So we were going for 2 every time. Every time we scored, we were going for a 2-point conversion. So,
Yep.
so that sucked because he's been such a good kicker for us so far early in the season. Already has 1 game winner. Like he'd been kicking the ball good. So it sucks that we lost him. But other than that, it's a good day for Indianapolis.
Yeah, I agree. Jay, your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts are Gino and those 2 turnovers is probably what hurt him the most. Yeah, you guys came in ready to play. Danny Dimes, he didn't throw a whole lot, but he didn't have to. Jonathan Taylor did a good job running the ball, and ultimately, you guys gave him a well-balanced attack. I thought Eshon Genty looks more and more like for the Raiders, like he's getting acclimated to this team, right? He's doing a great job catching the ball out of the backfield, doing a pretty good job running the ball now.
Banged up. I think he might have got banged up because he didn't play much in the second half.
Yeah. I watched bits and pieces of the first half while they were doing the highlights.
He didn't play much in the fourth quarter at all. I don't know if he got banged up or if they just took him out because they were down so much, but yeah, he didn't.
I didn't see him. He didn't show up on the injury report, so I'm thinking probably the game just got so far ahead they probably took his ass out. But yeah, I mean, I will tell you this. I mean, I am really, the more I'm watching this Colts team, the more I'm starting to kind of buy into them that they really do have a good, solid. You guys got a good, solid team over there, and you might be able to make a pretty good run for it. I don't know if you're going to get the respect that you probably deserve, but I think you're definitely showing that you can. That you're Danny Dimes is for sure showing that he's the real deal. That he just needed to be on a good team to show it, right? So,
through 5 games, he's the 3rd-ranked best quarterback in the league right now. And even New England's quarterback, I think, if I looked at that, I think he was like 5th or 6th. New England's quarterback's doing well too. But yeah, and the Colts had some injuries on defense. We got some guys missing and still played well. So hopefully we can get those guys back soon, and hopefully they play well Sunday because I'm going to be at that game.
Yeah, we're going to be at that game, and if we lose that against Arizona, it's going to be a long fucking ride home.
That's true.
Because Austin will be talking shit all the way home.
That's true. He's an Arizona fan. Jay, you got any thoughts? Or excuse me, Frankie, you got any thoughts on this guy?
I don't give 2 shits about your Colts. All right? I'm right there with Jay. Listen, Jay's right. Okay, you're probably not going to get the respect that you deserve, but I'm part of those people that's not going to give you the goddamn respect you deserve. All right? It's not going to happen. All right, I don't care. You call him Danny Dimes or Indiana Jones. Listen, I do not believe in this kid. And the only reason why he's looking good is because you guys have something in Indianapolis that the Giants didn't. And that's an offensive line. That's the only difference. You guys got an offensive line that's giving him time, that's protecting him. That's something the Giants didn't have. The Giants never have it. They're never going to have it. So any quarterback in the Giants organization is going to look or play the way that Daniel Jones did over there. I'm not going to knock that you guys aren't a good team because I've been saying for a couple of years that you guys are slowly building up to a good team. But I'm looking at it as, for one, Tony just said you guys are missing a lot of key players on defense that wasn't there yesterday. But let's be realistic here. Who the hell did Geno Smith have yesterday to play on offense? Brock Bowers didn't play. Ashton Genty did what he could. They don't have another wide receiver because Jacoby Myers is pissed with the Raiders that he's still there. He doesn't want to be there no more. So I feel like the offense of this team is just like spiraling into a catastrophe that they don't even want to be a team right now. I'm not knocking you guys as a team that you guys are trash. I'm just knocking Daniel Jones. I do not believe in him. I get that you guys are seeing different, but let's be real. You guys have an offensive line. The Giants didn't. That's the only different thing about it. If a team has an offensive line, and Chris, you yourself said it so many times in football, college football, professional league, hell, even Canadian league, right? I bet you probably say this too. If you have an offensive line, your quarterback is going to succeed. If you don't have an offensive line, your quarterback is going to set up for failure. And we've seen it many times with many organizations. But you guys went years without a quarterback, right? Just throwing someone in there that can, do something for you guys. But you guys were doing something smart as well. As you guys were throwing a quarterback in there, you guys were building up an offensive line. You guys were building up tight ends. You were building up wide receivers. You didn't need to build up a running back because you got Jonathan Taylor. But then you went and you got that quarterback, which I don't understand why it was Daniel Jones. If it was any other quarterback besides Daniel Jones, hell, if you guys would have gotten fucking Mac Jones, I would have been totally by your side. I'd have been like, hell yeah, let's go Indianapolis. Like, I would have been by your side. But it's Daniel Jones. I don't like Daniel Jones. I don't think he's, I don't think he's built for success. And the only reason is because I know how he plays. He's only playing good because your offensive line. That's only it. But I guarantee you, if you guys make the playoffs, I guarantee you he won't get you guys far into the playoffs. I know that for a fact. I know that for sure. But I'm also looking at is the hell with the Colts, because really I'm still to this day saying, who the hell good have you guys played yet?
Oh, by the way, Chris, you were right. It was confirmed that the reason why he didn't play as much in the second half was once they felt like the game was out of control, they just took him out and said, hell with it.
Okay.
Exactly. See? Who does shit like that?
Hey, one other thing, give a shout out to Anthony Richardson, the only guy I know who can only complete one pass in the game, and it's to himself. He was 1 of 2 throwing, and the pass that he completed was to himself.
And a big reason I feel a lot different about this Colts team than last year is because of the quarterback. Because to your point, Frankie, we have a good offensive line. We had a good offensive line last year. And even with our offensive line getting our quarterback last year time, we couldn't complete passes consistently.
Well,
Now we
I
have
never-
somebody that can complete passes consistently. And our offense, this is best our offense is smooth as our offense has looked since Andrew Luck.
Well, I always said since you guys drafted Anthony Richardson that was a huge mistake.
Yeah, it was.
Because and I'm pretty sure you and Tony said it many times as well, because he was literally the only quarterback left in your lap at around the time where you guys had your pick. But like if you looked at his college career in Florida, he wasn't that good as well in Florida. He really wasn't. He didn't have good numbers. He was always hurt. So I feel like it was stuck on you guys because you guys needed a quarterback. That it was like, oh, we got Richardson is the only one left. We got to go pick him up. And then once he quit on you guys mid game, in the beginning of the year, that 1 year, that's where it opened the Colts GM's eyes and stuff, and the owner's eyes, and said, okay, we got to get someone. Obviously, you had to get Daniel Jones. You couldn't get no one else. That's good for you guys. Congratulations. You guys feel happy with Daniel Jones? You guys feel listen. I'm just knocking you guys because I don't like Daniel Jones. I'm a freaking Patriot fan who dealt with Cam Newton. Okay, I can't. It's just how I am. All right, I don't like Daniel Jones, but you guys like him. That's you. That's fine. That's like Jay. Hey, Jay.
You don't
Jay
like
had
Daniel
Trey Lance.
Jones. You don't like Daniel Jones because he's white, and you don't like Cam Newton because he's black.
Whoa. My wife is white and my kids are half white. You can't say that. You can't say that.
I don't really think that's his wife. I think that's a picture he shows people.
Oh,
I'm not 100% convinced.
Jay, I'm not convinced Mel is white either. I'm convinced Mel is really.
I'm not either.
I
told you that several times. I'm not convinced.
Which is why you moved back to Houston. You went from Savannah back to Houston to be closer to the border for her family.
I do, man. I tell Melanie all the time, could you tan a little bit more? I'm used to my women have a little bit darker skin tone, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh shit!
Time to move on. Let's go to the
He
Dallas.
started
game.
it though.
Dallas defeated the Jets 37-22. Dallas had 416 total yards of offense, 180 yards rushing, no turnovers. Dak was 18 of 29 for 237 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Jets had 378 total yards, 144 yards rushing, but they were also sacked 5 times. So that was big. Dallas' defense played pretty good that game. Of course, playing the Jets, and the Jets are the Jets. The Jets are the Jets. As we know, but Dallas did play a pretty complete game, other than give up too many yards rushing, giving up 144 yards rushing. But Jay, you got to feel fairly good on this win. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's the Jets, so I always take everything in stride. But again, this Jets team is still playing a little bit better than what they've played in the past, even though they're still not going to get there. But they have showed a little bit better play than they have in the past. But with that being said, we didn't have CeeDee Lamb. Whatever. It was an okay game. Defense was still kind of so-so. Our defense, as you know, guys, we have no secondary. I'm really surprised that we didn't get lit up. I didn't see what the actual statistics was on it. I know the total yards was we kept the Jets at 378. I don't know what the passing. 230 is 234. So yeah, 234 passing yards. We had 5. That's the first time we've had 5 sacks. I mean, I don't know where this pass rush came from, but we actually had a pretty decent pass rush. But I keep everything close to the vest. You know, I mean, it was a good game.
Terrible Jets offensive line.
Yeah. No, and again, I'll give you that. I mean, we 6.2 yards. I thought we did okay, but again, it's the Jets. I can't take this seriously right now. So we did what we were supposed to do. We beat the Jets. We beat an 0-4 team. Great, but I don't know, man. I felt like I said, look, we gave up 22 points to the Jets. 22.
Do you think Dak Prescott is the MVP of the NFL? Since that's the topic. Since that's the topic all these sports shows was having today. What's your take on that?
I mean, I think Dak Prescott's playing good, but I don't think I wouldn't say he's the MVP of the NFL.
Your hero Stephen A. Smith said he's the front runner for the MVP. He's the best.
I think that's Stephen A. just trolling. I think that's Stephen A. just trolling. We all know for a fact Stephen A. does not believe that shit. That's Stephen A. trolling Dak Prescott and the Cowboys.
I mean, like I said, I mean, he had a good game. You know, he had 4 touchdowns. But again, it's the Jets. I mean, I don't know how much. I don't know, but it depends. I don't put a whole lot of stock into it. Let's just put it that way. If he did 4 touchdowns against the Rams or Philadelphia or whatever, then yeah, I probably might put some, or even the Chargers. The Chargers, I probably put a lot of weight on it.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to put a weight on it.
I thought Joe was a Cowboys fan. Now he's saying his Jets. Is he like Glenn has 8 teams?
I think he's just trying to make himself feel better, to just be like, you know, like they're tough. The Cowboys won because the Jets are a tough team. The Jets are not a tough team. Okay, and I don't care what Jay is saying. All right, I don't care what Jay's saying over here, sitting here trying to make his team feel a little bit better. Like, oh, the Jets are playing a little bit better than what they've done in the past. No, they haven't.
They have played better than they have in the past.
No,
I mean,
let me tell you this. Let me tell you right now why they're not. They are 0-5. They are the first team since I think 1920s or 1930s to start 0-5 and have 0 turnovers. Not giving up turnover, but 0 turnover, meaning they can't pick a ball, they can't pick up a fumble, they can't do anything. This is a trash Jets.
Aaron Glenn is the first New York Jets coach to start 0-5 ever.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You'd have thought as bad as the Jets have been, another coach had an 0-5 start.
And you know what's crazy, Chris, is he's a defensive minded coach. He's a defensive guy, and yet you have 0 turnovers and you're 0-5. But the Jets are playing better than they did in the past.
Hey, all I know is I don't know where we found this guy Ryan Flournoy. This is the first time I ever heard of this man. But apparently he put up 114 yards. Flournoy. I never even heard of this guy. And I'll tell you, I think I said that to Mel yesterday. I was like, we're playing some guy named Flournoy. I have no idea who he is, but apparently he got 114 yards.
Jay, the pickup that Dallas made that I like is Williams. Williams has been a really good pickup for you guys.
Yeah, he has been. He's actually running. You're right. He's running the ball very well for them, honestly. And they have to, because Jaden Blue I wonder why they weren't playing Jaden Blue. I said, why did we draft Jaden Blue? We're not playing him. But I just saw where he had an injury. I think it was a rib injury or something like that. So they weren't able to play him. So I'm curious to see
Williams is
Jaden Blue comes back.
Williams is underrated.
Yeah.
Guys, let's move on to the next one. New England 23, Buffalo 20. It was the game last night, Sunday Night Football. New England 338 total yards from the line of scrimmage, 71 yards rushing. Buffalo had 363 total yards, 118 rushing, but they had 3 turnovers and they had 11 penalties for 90 yards. I watched most of this game. I thought New England played really good football. And I'm telling you guys, you go look at their schedule. I think New England's going to be a playoff team, guys. I really believe that. With the schedule they have, and I'm not going to talk about the next 4 or 5 weeks. I'm talking about overall. I think that they will be. What when you get playoff teams, you go what, 8 teams? I think that's right.
Yeah,
I definitely think New England makes it. So let's go to Frankie first and talk about his New England Patriots. Maybe. Maybe not. He don't want to talk about the New England Patriots. Okay, let's go to Chris first and talk about the New England game last night.
Yeah, I thought Patriots looked good. They looked like starting to look like the team I thought they were going to look like going into the season. I thought, opening week of the season, we went to the sports book and I had the Patriots beat the Raiders and Patriots lost that game. I really thought the Patriots was, and yet last night they finally looked like the team I thought they were going to look like with Vrabel there and the trades and the free agents they had brought in. They're moving in the right direction. I had said before the season I thought they would be a playoff team this year. I didn't think they were. I had said I didn't think they'd win the division, but I thought they'd make the playoffs. But yeah, they played a good game. That defense was impressive last night, and then Drake May was impressive. Made some big throws when he had to. Make on that last drive, getting that big throw to Diggs right before his knee hit the ground on that play. And then tell you what, Drake May's dangerous if you let him roll out to his right. He was killing the Bills all night, rolling out to his right. So, no, you can see the progression of Drake May. I think New England's definitely found them a quarterback probably for the next 7, 8, 9 years, as long as no injuries or anything. But yeah, Patriots are definitely moving in the right direction. That's a big win for them, especially being in Buffalo.
Yeah, I agree. They looked really good. Buffalo didn't look good, but I think some of that was because New England made it that way. You know, it wasn't just Buffalo had a bad game. I'm not going to just say that. I'm not saying they played the best, but a lot of that was because of New England. And the only thing I think New England's got to work on, they got to get better with the rushing game. Only 71 yards rushing. They're going to need more rushing if they want to, make the playoffs and do anything in the playoffs. But I thought New England looked good. Frankie, what's your thought?
I'm super happy. I'm super pumped. Drake May is him. When snow falls in the month of May, it melts. I love it. I love it, baby. I love it a lot. Stephon Diggs came out with a bang. I knew he was going to do that since day one when we signed him in free agency. The first thing that came to mind was we're winning in Buffalo because he hasn't played in Buffalo yet since he got traded to Texas. And this was his first comeback game in Buffalo, and to just 10 receptions for 146 yards, getting no touchdowns, but getting that amount of numbers is just absolutely insane. And all the catches that he was catching, sideline passes, the play that Chris just mentioned with Drake May almost going down with a sack, but getting it off just in time. He picked up a first down. He got like 12 yards out of that. Absolutely, dog. We did lose Antonio Gibson for the year. He tore his ACL. I got news on that a little while ago, so he's going to be out for the year. But I believe in Trevion Henderson, and I believe in Ramondre Stevenson. If Ramondre can hold on to the ball, because this guy continuously fumbles the ball a lot. But he made up for it getting on those 2 touchdown runs. He made up for the fumble loss. Listen, I'm loving what New England has done with this team. Mike Vrabel has turned this team around offensively, defensively, and even on the special teams. We're playing good football on all 3 fronts. And I'm more excited because I went all week, and Jay knows this because I've been telling Jay, as I was 100% confident going into this game. I said I'm 100% confident that the Patriots are going to go into Buffalo and we're going to win this game. And the reason why is because Buffalo's defense is not the same. They gave up 19 points to the Saints last week. That's the Saints. Mind you, the Saints just beat the Giants, but that's the Giants because the Giants freaking suck. But giving up 19 points to the Saints against Buffalo in Buffalo, that just proved everything to me that said, listen, we're better than the Saints. We're going to come in here. We're going to compete with Buffalo. We're going to stop Josh Allen. And that's what we did. We gave them their first home loss in about 18 games dating back to last year. Okay. We are now forever known in that stadium. We will forever be known as the team that owns Buffalo. I don't give a damn what anyone says. Okay. Tom Brady owned that shit. This is the last time we're going to see Patriots versus Bills in that stadium until they get a new one, that new one that's going to open up next year. We got the win last in that stadium against them. We officially renamed that stadium to Patriot Stadium. We owned Buffalo. Okay, that was our 34th win in Oracle Park. The second most by a team versus a different team. That I think the first one is Packers at Soldier Field. I'm loving this. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Drake May. I'm loving the coaching from Mike Vrabel. I just love it, man. I just love it. I can't do nothing but just be happy, be excited for this, and I'm gonna enjoy the ride. I'm gonna enjoy this ride. We should be 4-1 right now. Honestly, we really should. But I'm gonna take the 3-2 because we're only one game now behind Buffalo. And if we can continue to win and Buffalo continues to win, there's one more game, and that one more game is in New England, baby. Let's go. Our division is coming back home where it belongs. Jay, I know you don't know what that's like because you're looking towards the bottom of the barrel. But just enjoy the ride, baby. Enjoy the ride.
Okay, let's go to Jay and hear Jay's thoughts on this game.
And both them damn teams are dog water. Whole damn division is dog water, man. I don't know what he's talking about over there. No, honestly, it was good. Hey, I really felt like New England, their defense did the job. I think that's really where it is. New England's defense did the job, right? Buffalo committed what? They had one interception. And they had 2 fumble recoveries. One, Josh Allen fumbled one. I forget the other one that fumbled the other one. But at the end of it, Coleman. I think Coleman also fumbled one. But, yeah, 3 turnovers, man. 3 turnovers, not a good day. And they came to execute. Did a good job. Drake May didn't turn the ball over. He did what he was supposed to do. They really didn't have much of a run game, but they didn't need much of a run game. I mean, like I said, the defense for New England really did the job for them. And Josh Allen just didn't get it done. At the end of the day, he just didn't get it done. So I will give you the props, Frankie. Gets a good win. It's a good win. It's a good win.
Hold on.
Drake May played a hell of a game for his first primetime game.
Hold on.
Yeah, I felt like he did too as well.
Joe, pump the brakes. Pump the brake. Ain't nobody saying Tom Brady. We need Tom Brady. All right, we're in the Drake May era, and don't be sitting there, Joe, acting like. Hold on. Don't be sitting there, Joe, acting like you wasn't sucking on my shit on Friday, asking me should I take New England on my parlay. Did you win? You won that parlay because I'm the one that told you pick it, and I'm pretty sure a little while ago you said I put New England on my parlay. So guess what? Hop off my sack real quick. And just enjoy the ride, baby. Enjoy the ride.
Hey, look, man.
In the Drake May era.
Hey, hold on, Frankie. We all know how old you are. He ain't got to jump that far.
Drake May might be better than Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Hey, did somebody just channel Jonathan Mathis in this motherfucker? Is Jonathan Mathis going to put him behind the curtain? That's not like a Jonathan Mathis take.
If you really look at the stats right now, his stats right now are comparing to the same as Tom Brady right now. So I'm not complaining.
Oh, now Frankie's gonna drink the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. That's awesome.
I've been drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid since we picked up Mac Jones 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, how'd that turn out for you?
It
just turned out great, but it turned out wonderful because we ended up getting Drake May, baby.
It's just too bad you got the second best Jones. We got the best Jones.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, we don't even have a Jones. We don't have a Jones at quarterback unless his name is Marcus Jones at cornerback, baby. All right.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of the other Jones. You had Mac Jones. That's right.
Yeah, the only thing you do is you got to sit on the couch come playoffs. Shut up and sit in the corner, Frankie.
Hey, you guys gave up on Patriots. You guys gave up Mac Jones. You guys gave up on Mac Jones too soon.
Hey Jay, if I'm you, I wouldn't even be worrying about playoffs. All right, because I don't even think your Cowboys are gonna make it.
Oh, no, I'm waiting for Jerry Jones to either pass the team away or die and somebody else take over. So I got a few more years. But when we do, we do.
All right, guys, let's go on to the next game. Denver 21, Philadelphia 17. Denver had 358 total yards offense, 130 rushing against Philadelphia's defense. And Denver scored 18 points of the 21 in the fourth quarter on Philadelphia. Philadelphia had 302 total yards, only 45 yards rushing. They gave up 6 sacks, and Barkley only rushed the ball 6 times in this game. Philadelphia only rushed the ball, I think, 10 or 11 times the whole game. and Barkley had 30 yards rushing on 6 carries. Philadelphia is ranked, I think, 30th in the league in offense, guys. I know that they've only lost one game. This was it. But what's going on with Philly? Chris, your thoughts on this game?
Philly blew this game by not running the ball. You're up by 17 points in the second half, and you run the ball one fucking time in the second half. They ran the ball one time in the second half, up by 17 points. You deserve to lose that game. If as a coach, if you're that fucking stupid that you're up that many points and you're not running the ball and trying to control the clock, like it didn't make no sense. To me, I think what happened is I think Philadelphia, the Sirianni and that coaching staff listen to the fucking media too much. You're 4-0 and all you're hearing is the media talking about, oh, they don't throw the ball to A.J. Brown. They don't use A.J. Brown. They don't know what they're doing. They're not using A.J. Brown. So then what they do, they come out throwing the ball. You get up by 17, but then you don't know how to quit throwing the ball and run the ball to finish the game. Like most people know football, you throw the ball to score points, while you run the ball to win. And you have one of the best running backs in the game, and he gets 6 carries and only 1 in the second half. That's just poor coaching. Poor coaching, and it cost him that game yesterday.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with you. Frankie, your thoughts?
I enjoyed this from Philly. They deserved it. Honestly, and it's no hate, it's no knock. They truly deserve this because realistically, every single game that they have played this year has been by a 1 scoring drive, 3 points or less, or you know, it hasn't been that close for them to just literally sit there and say, okay, we're gonna get this win by more than 3. Like we won't have to, you know, knock ourselves over or hit ourselves in the ass saying, you know, let's go. They deserve this. I've been saying since day one, they lost a lot of key players on defense. It was going to come up to bite them soon. It just so happened it happened this time against a really trash team that they should have beaten, honestly. It's no surprise to me. Honestly, it's no surprise to me. The only thing that's surprising is those 2 teams undefeated left, and now we are sitting here on Monday with nobody left undefeated.
Yep, that's true. Jay, your thoughts?
This is one of the earliest in the season that we don't have an undefeated team in a while.
Yeah. Well, what do I got to say? Die, Eagles, die onto misery. Yeah.
Don't quit your day job.
I don't plan to. Let everybody know how good I felt. I channeled my inner Philly sports guy, and I laughed at him. I laughed at him for hours in my garage. How good it felt. Felt so good.
I want to know how long. I want to know how long have you been practicing that line? Like, it was like so on point. It rhymes with it. It rhymes with it and everything. I'm like, he practiced this.
He's probably been doing that every night before bed for like 3 years, getting ready for it. Pulled it out today.
Anyway, as I regress back to the actual thing here, it was interesting, man, because Sean Payton with this win actually passed Bill Parcells on the all-time win list. So good job, Sean Payton. Number 1, he got the win. He made a little bit of history there and moving up the ranks. And number 2, you just beat Philadelphia. And you're right. When you're up 17 points in the second half and you only run the ball once, you deserve to lose it. You absolutely deserve to lose it. And I'm sorry, the last play towards the end, that last defensive stance, yeah, you look like crap too. Just terrible. In all honesty, just terrible. They ran the ball, I think, what was it? I think close to 20 times, between 15 to 20 for 45 yards. I think Saquon was average. I think Saquon had 30 yards rushing and 50 yards receiving. But yeah, man,
They only ran the ball 11 times.
Was it 11? I might have been off a few, but the point is when you look at the time of possession, it's like 25 for Philly, a little over 30 for Denver, and that shows you, man. They should have been running the ball, control the clock, play your D, and you're good.
I don't understand it. You have a running back like Saquon Barkley. There's no way he only gets 6 carries.
Bro,
Like,
I don't know if are you watching Saquon this year? Because this dude right now, the production he's putting out is almost like it was when he was in New York. Like
it's not him. I think it's the offensive line, and it's the offensive line for one. And he's not. It's hard to get any kind of rhythm if you're only getting 6 carries.
And the other thing, the guys about them passing, you drop back and pass like you don't run the football. They got sacked 6 times. So it wasn't like the offensive line was protecting that well. It wasn't like they was just killing with the passing game either.
Everybody always talks about how great the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line is. Their offensive line has not been that good this year.
Not this year.
And that's why their offense ranks toward the last in the league and everything, because their offensive line they're not pass protecting well, and they can't run block.
Their defense is still pretty good, but not quite as strong. They give up 130 yards rushing against Denver. So I mean, I know they're 4-1, and a lot of people think, well, don't panic. They've won, like 18 out of the last 20 games or 21 games. I understand that, but this is a new season. This is not last season.
And like Frankie said, they can very easily be. They very easily could be 1-4, because I mean the Dallas game came down to the end. Like all their games have been like
oh yeah.
And then they had a chance to lose. Could have lost the one game. They got that blocked the field goal.
Yeah, they should have lost the game.
Like they could very easily only have one or 0 wins. Like they.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I disagree with Frankie on, he says Denver's trash. I don't think Denver's trash. I think Denver's a pretty good football team. I'm not saying I still think they got a long ways to go, but I still think they're a pretty solid team.
Yeah, I think Denver's a good team.
No, they were good enough to beat Philadelphia.
Yeah. Got another game here, guys. We got Washington all over the Chargers, 27-10. Washington 389 total yards, 163 yards rushing, which is pretty good because Washington has struggled rushing the football. Held the Chargers scoreless after the first quarter. Chargers never scored again after the first quarter. They had 10 points in the first quarter. Chargers 336 yards total offense, 155 yards rushing, but they got sacked 5 times and had 2 turnovers. Washington's defense really stepped up this game, guys. Chris, your thoughts on this one?
That surprised me a little bit. I thought Chargers win this game, but ever since Alt tackle for the Chargers has went out and missed a couple games, the Chargers offense does not look the same. They're not getting the protection up front that they were the first few games. They're missing all big time. But no, I thought it was an impressive win by Washington, especially with Jaden Daniels just coming back off that injury.
I agree. Jay?
Yeah, I mean, like Gonzo said, the man just came back from injury. He goes up against arguably one of the best defenses in the league and picks up where he left off. I know people were saying about the sophomore curse, but I don't think – I mean, I'm not saying he's had the easiest of goes at it, but he's doing well. And I got to tell you, with him back into it and with Philadelphia kind of showing a little bit of cracks in their scheme over there, I mean, Washington could – I mean, this team, watch out for this. I think Washington kind of is one of those teams that will sneak up on you. They're quiet, and they sneak up on you. And I think that's exactly what you saw. Even though the fact that they didn't have McLaurin, Debo gave you 96 in the touch. I mean – Crochet Merritt gave you 39. I mean, and the run game was good, right? Crochet Merritt gave you 111, 7.9, 2 run. I mean, everything was going well for Washington. The offensive line was playing good. Jaden is playing good. He didn't turn the ball over. No interceptions. 231. I think he ran you another 39 yards. I mean, everything was clicking for them. When Jaden Daniels is there, this team just feels different. And I think Washington, as long as Jaden stays healthy, is going to pick up where they left off. I don't know. Is McLaurin out for the season, or is he just out for a little while? He's not out for the season, right?
No.
He's not out for the season, but this is the best game Jaden Daniels has played this year. Jaden Daniels hasn't really played great the first couple of games before he got hurt.
I think, and again, I go back to that preseason. I'm telling you, man, you got to play preseason. I think not having that preseason game there and him coming into it, I think he was warming up, and then he got injured, and now you're seeing.
But there's also a lot of quarterbacks that come out and play good in game one at the beginning of the season as well.
Oh yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying. I mean, are there one-offs or people that can't do it? Yeah, it can be done. I'm just saying. I think it's harder when you haven't played any preseason. But either way, he got the win. Good for him. I mean, I'm telling you, watch out for Washington. I mean, this is a team. I really feel like Dan Quinn is a good coach over there. He knows what he's doing. Yeah. And now that Jade is back healthy,
they get McLaurin back, and this defense gets going. That could be a dangerous team. I agree with you. Got one more game I want to touch on real quick, and then we'll do our Monday night pick. This one was Tennessee 22-21 over Arizona, and this was just an absolute collapse, man. I mean, I've never seen such a collapse. Chris, did you see the end of this game?
Yes, Arizona blew this game. The first half they looked real good. Second half they done everything they could to lose the game. They had a guy going in for a touchdown who decides to throw the ball like Adian Mitchell did last week for the Colts. That caused them a touchdown. Then they get a turnover, and then the ball pops out and falls in the end zone, and Tennessee gets the touchdown from that. Like, it just anything that Arizona could do to blow that game happened in that fourth quarter. They controlled that whole game until that fourth quarter.
Yes.
And it's just crazy that 2 weeks in a row we've seen somebody walking in for a touchdown with nobody around them and dropping the ball before you're in the end zone.
That's crazy.
It happened to the Colts last week, or we'd be undefeated right now. We'd beat the Rams because we lost 14 points off stupid shit last week against the Rams, and Arizona should have won that game. They outplayed Tennessee that whole game until that last 9 minutes of the game, and just fell apart. And the dude broke it was going to be like a 70-yard touchdown run, broke free, was gone, nobody around him, and fucks it up.
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Jay, you got any thoughts on this before our Monday night pick?
I was just watching it again. It cracks me up. Someone's running. He's running. And then he kind of tries to be cool and nonchalant about it. I'm just going to release it before the line. And then I'm going to watch him go out the end of bounds, and I'm going to not get a touchdown. DeMarcado. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. You were such an idiot. Bro, you got to hold it tight.
It happened to the Colts last week, Jay. Same exact thing.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, if I'm his agent, I'm like, oh, you idiot.
Adian Mitchell was going to have his first career touchdown for the Colts last week and done that.
Yep. You know what they need to do? For Adian Mitchell and oh boy here, DeMarcado. If I'm the team and I'm the ownership, I'm like, look, DeMarcado, you're going to put this football right here in your hand. We're going to duct tape it to your hand. And you're going to walk around every day with this damn ball.
Jonathan Taylor done it last year. That's what kept the Colts out of the playoffs.
Yeah. Awesome playoffs last year.
I'm telling you, man, doing stupid stuff like that, just that lack of paying attention because you want the accolade of it.
Just wait till you get in the end zone. Make sure you're in the middle of the end zone. Then do your dance.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, well,
I'm not gonna lie. I hope DeMarcado does it again next week.
I hope he don't get on go long.
I hope he does it next week. I hope he does it again next week because he'll be playing against the Colts.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's do our Monday night picks. We got Kansas City at Jacksonville. Chris, you know how big a favorite Kansas City is? I'm gonna say they're the favorite here.
I think they're a 3.5. I'm gonna look. If I remember right, they're 3.5 point favorite on the road. I'm gonna look.
I keep going back and forth on this, guys, because I like the way Jacksonville's defense is played, and I like the running game. But with the Worthy back, I think it opens up their offense. It's at Jacksonville.
Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites.
I wouldn't be. I'm going to
Alright.
go and pick Kansas City, but I would not be shocked if Jacksonville wins this game. But I'm gonna because there's been a lot of upsets this week. But I'm gonna go with Kansas City to win the game. Chris.
Yeah. I think Chiefs win, but I like the Jags to cover. I think Chiefs win by a field goal.
Okay. And Jay.
Yeah, Jacksonville's been playing actually some really good football, better than what I expected. But I think it's going to be a little. I don't think it's going to be quite as close. I do have the Chiefs winning it. I'm going to give it 2 scores, so maybe something like 35-21. Nah, that's a little too high. I'm going to give me 28-17. I'm going to go 28-17. I think it's going to be 11 points.
All right, guys, that's all I've got. You guys got anything else before we get out of here?
No, other than how about those Yankees? One more win, man. Just Toronto, just give me one more, man. Just one more. Just so we can talk smack.
Yeah, we got baseball getting ready to start here pretty soon, I think. Just in a few minutes. I forget which. I think the Dodger game is first. Dodgers and Phillies, I believe, are first. So.
Only thing I got is check out GWR tonight at 6:30.
Yeah.
We have a couple big guests. Got WCW owner Joey Owens will be on the show talking about all the things that WCWO has going on. And then we also have Austin Diamond out of Kentucky, a pro wrestler out of Kentucky. He'll be on.
He's
and then
good.
we also have our big promo battle contest that will be starting tonight. So make sure you check out the first 4 contestants. They'll be cutting promos on GWR. You'll be able to watch that tonight. And then we'll have polls up on our social media pages starting tonight as well to be able to vote for your favorite promos. So
yeah, Jay, you want to check that out? They're going to be promoing on me, Chris, and Marcus, all GWR. They get like 60 seconds, 90 seconds, and they get to go off on us. Well, whatever type promo they want to do.
At what time does this one go down?
It's going to start at 6:30.
Okay. 6:30. So that's 5:30 here. It'd be 6. Are you on an hour behind? Right? You're an hour
ahead of you. We're an hour ahead of you. 6:30 Eastern, so it'll be 5:30 your time.
Yeah, 5:30. That's what I thought. Okay, 5:30. Got you. And then yeah, got you. Too easy. Hey, also don't forget the afternoon recap show will be tonight at 9:00. Me and Gonzo, 10:00 Eastern.
All right, guys. Everybody have a good day out there.